close. A former U.S. ambassador to Russia says President Donald Trump has no guts when it comes to confronting Vladimir Putin on election meddling. But Thomas Pickering says for Trump, the substance of the summit is less important than the show. July 16. For the past year and a half, even when President Donald Trump said he was being treated unfairly by mainstream news sources, he could rely on the support of conservative media outlets, until Helsinki. Even Trump's most ardent supporters in the media, including the opinion hosts at Fox News Channel and The Wall Street Journal, were critical of his siding with Russian President Vladimir Putin over the issue of interference in the 2016 presidential election. It remains to be seen whether Trump's attempts Tuesday to walk back his comments made in Helsinki can repair the damage. The president Tuesday said he accepted the U.S. intelligence community's assessment that Russians interfered with the 2016 election, with a qualifier. Professing full faith and support for America's great intelligence agencies, Trump told reporters at the White House, it could be other people also involved in the hacking of Democrats and pushing fake news during the 2016 presidential campaign. More, Trump voices support for U.S. intelligence a day after fueling bipartisan outrage with Putin commenced just a day ago while standing next to Putin during a joint press conference in Helsinki. Trump questioned the U.S. intelligence community's finding and said that the U.S. carries as much blame as Russia for tattered relations between the two superpowers. I think that the United States has been foolish, Trump said. I think we've all been foolish. The result predictably led to criticism from news hosts and expert guests on CNN and MSNBC, but that flowed over to Fox News, too. There is an avalanche of you-know-what rolling downhill at warp speed toward a real Donald Trump over this summit, Fox's chief White House correspondent John Roberts tweeted. Republicans, even the DNI Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats, are throwing buckets full at him. In an editorial, The Wall Street Journal declared the Helsinki summit's press conference a personal and national embarrassment. This from the conservative pro-Trump Wall Street Journal. Editorial board, Monday's joint press conference was a personal and national embarrassment. https://t.co/adding 5 raw 6 mjh. Keith Boykin, at Keith Boykin, July 17, 2018. Other outlets usually considered Trump apologists, including the Washington Times and the Drudge Report, came down critically on the president, too. Putin dominates in hell. https://t.co/4fox. Drudge Report, at Drudge_Report, July 16, 2018. The shift in sentiment could signal a new trouble spot for Trump as he attempts to move beyond the Helsinki summit. We're starting to see right-wing journalists criticize Trump in ways they haven't before because even they can't swallow defending the indefensible, said Mark Feldstein, a broadcast journalism professor at the University of Maryland, College Park. Conservative journalists find themselves in the same bind the Republican Party is in, he says. Either have to tie themselves to Trump with all the unpredictability, demagoguery and extremism that brings, or risk alienating his very loyal base, and it could lead to increased tensions with the media. Says the Washington Post, the New York Times and other outlets last year began calling out presidential lies. I think there's a similar line that has been crossed here, says Kyle Pope, editor-in-chief of the Columbia Journalism Review. Now, there is a journalistic conversation around something is wrong here and we need to get serious about addressing it. That was the general media conversation, but then you saw even some of the conservative media picking up the same thing, Pope said. Opinion. Putin eats Trump's lunch in Helsinki. This is no way to win against Russia. https://t.co/95k2x3r5kg. Fox News, at Fox News, July 17, 2018. The criticism continued Tuesday on Fox and Friends, a morning show that Trump watches and has appeared on. Co-host Steve Doocy, who just last month interviewed Trump live on the West Lawn, said the president's submission to Trump has got a lot of people criticizing him for not being bold. Fox and Friends weekend co-host Abby Huntsman, also on the show, joined in, saying, "It was that one moment that you had to stand up for your own country, and stand up for your intelligence community." And as we've said this morning, he did not do that. Similarly, on Fox Business Network, Maria Bartiromo sided with the journal's editorial and called Helsinki probably the low point of the presidency so far. Still, some on the opinion side for Fox News and Fox Business remained stalwart with Trump. Sean Hannity, who interviewed Trump Monday night, told him, "You were very strong at the end of that press conference." Also Monday night, Lou Dobbs on Fox Business called the president's critics morons, and said the media's carping is stupid stuff. "This is beyond the pale. As far as I'm concerned," Lou Dobbs attacks critics of Trump-Putin summit, calls them morons. https://t.co/go8b4offcopic.twitter.com/01ac5xwz79. The Hill. At The Hill, July 17, 2018. Many of Fox's opinion personalities were very much in favor of Trump, explaining and defending the president in a way that nobody else, not even the administration, was able to do yesterday, said Dan Cassino, a professor of political science at Farley Dickinson University and author of Fox News. "When Fox and Friends criticizes the president, that is a real signal," he said. "We know that Trump watches, so the president is getting messages. Trump has been able to change the narrative, and he gets another opportunity Tuesday when he appears in a primetime interview on Fox News' Tucker Carlson tonight at 8 p.m. ET. His discussion with Carlson will come as Trump needs to mend fissures in his support," says Mark Rosel, dean of the Schar School of Policy and Government at George Mason University in Arlington, Virginia. Until yesterday, there has always been a support of media to counter the more common negative narrative regarding the president's leadership and his believability, and that has been an important bulwark of Trump's support, he said. "I don't think the president can sustain support all by himself. He can only take that Twitter account and other social media to counter messages so far without anyone else to back him up." New era in Trump-media relationship started today, similar to the dam that broke with the use of the word liar. Reporters who had held back on his Russia coziness now openly calling him out as a colluder. Uncharted territory for the coverage of a sitting president. Kyle Pope, at Kyle Pop, July 16, 2018. More. Sean Hannity's interview with Donald Trump after the Russia summit was just embarrassing. More. White House jumps into damage control over Trump-Putin meeting. Follow USA Today reporter Mike Snyder on Twitter, at Mick S. Snyder. Read or share this story. https://usat.ly/2elksod9